Effective B2B automation is when your EDI and e-invoicing processes run reliably in the background without the need for manual input or oversight from you. In a good system, orders, invoices, and other commonly exchanged business documents move directly between your system and those of your partners, in the right format and without delays. A good solution should also provide visibility into what's happening, so you can track transactions and step in only if needed. There are two simple reasons why companies are increasingly concerned about elimination of manual processes. The first and most obvious reason is that manual processes are inefficient and restrict growth. While they might work when you're dealing with a handful of partners, as that number grows, things quickly get much harder to manage. In an EDI or e-invoicing setup, growth usually means more messages, more formats, more country-specific regulations, and more chances for something to go wrong. The second reason is the growth pressure from governments to digitize and standardize business processes. With more countries introducing e-invoicing mandates and real-time reporting requirements, companies are increasingly required to automate their exchanges just to stay compliant. The main risk of relying too heavily on manual processes is that things stop scaling properly. Your team ends up spending more and more time on repetitive tasks, and processes become harder to manage. Errors are more likely, especially when people are working under pressure or handling large volumes of data. You also lose speed. Delays start to build up, and it becomes harder to meet expectations from customers or partners. Over time, this can affect how reliable your business appears. It also puts a lot of pressure on internal teams, which isn't sustainable as your business continues to grow. If you want to maintain data visibility, the key is keeping everything anchored in your ERP. If your EDI and e-invoicing processes are properly integrated, you should be able to see the full life cycle of a document from creation to delivery and response all in one place. With this approach, you won't need to jump between systems or rely on separate tools to understand what's going on. Your ERP remains the single source of truth, while automation handles the execution in the background. If you really want to improve B2B exchanges, the best place to start isn't by implementing a new automated process, but rather making sure your master data is clean and reliable. If your data is messy, automation will only make problems show up faster. Once you've sorted your master data, focus on those processes that create the most manual effort, like invoice handling, order processing, and partner onboarding. These are usually the areas where automation has the biggest impact. It might also be wise to review how your ERP connects to external systems, as this is another common source of inefficiency.